I did the pro thing, and even doing the pro thing, it didn't feel like this. Like this feeling that I have now, the feeling that we have
collegiate level is
fun. Man,
it's over. It's
you know, and even at collegiate level, it's still like you're working, you're working hard for your school.
Bro, that scholarship is not a scholarship.
Yeah,
you're
man.
a slave.
Yeah,
like,
man.
We'll give you an education
Yeah.
work. Like it's not fucking.
Like, you're all American, cool. We're gonna make 20,000 more of your jerseys.
Yep.
They better sell out though. Like it's the truth. But hey, don't get a job. Don't get a job. Yeah, man, listen, I haven't done so much for having a job, dude. But I mean, anyways, that's another story.
And
but,
study table.
Yeah.
15 hours a week of study table.
Whew, man, listen, don't get me started. Right? And I was already trying to cheat the system and get 2 degrees at the same time. Like, your scholarship only covers 1. Nah, bro. It's going to cover 2. We're going to figure out how this is going to work. So, yeah, man, I've never stopped hustling, man. But I literally just forgot what I was going to say. But about being the team and being a part of something that's bigger than yourself. Like I said,
What is bigger than yourself? Like, define that. I hear that a lot. Like, what is the fuck is even, it's bigger than me, bro? Like, what does that even mean?
To me, honestly, we can go down the line and talk about, but for me, bigger than yourself is just that, man. I mean, if there's a point where I end and everything else begins. I literally am just me, and I know my limitations, but there's a point where I know that I stop, that I can literally reach out like, hey, Ryan, I need help with this. Jake, I need help with this. Ben, I need help with this. Anna, I need help with this. That I know for a fact, without a doubt, it can get done.
So for you, bigger than you is a lot of vulnerabilities.
Bigger than me is everything beyond me. There's only, you know what I mean? It's
beyond your skills, beyond your power, beyond your grasp, beyond your control.
It's literally everything that's beyond me. Everything that I know for a fact that I cannot control, but I can contribute to. Meaning, again, Jake, you keep dropping, you just Steph Curry these things. You're dropping the mad dimes right now, but he really does. Though. He's got it, man. Like he's shooting 3-pointers like they're freaking free throws. But the thing that Jake, he pointed out was, just it's not just the Novo. It's powerlifting, and then beyond powerlifting, it's fitness, and beyond fitness, it's actually getting it. Almost like trying to get it in everyone's home so people know what this is about. But again, that's bigger than me. When you're lifting, you're not necessarily just doing it just for yourself. You're doing it for the Novo. And if you have any, call me, Lionel. If I had, sight beyond sight, well then,
Yes.
I want to do it. Yeah, I did it. I did that. If I'm one, if this, sort of woman is going to give me sight beyond sight, then you know what? I want to take it one step further. I want to do it for the whole, the whole sport of powerlifting. Man, I lift and have a great time. I mean, and you guys can attest to that. I mean, I try to make sure that everyone feels like they're welcome, when they're at a meet that I'm at.
There's no doubt about that.
You know what I mean? Like, It makes no sense. And again, like how I said before, if you don't have one person yelling for you because I've been that guy at the meet, and no one knew me. I didn't know them. I just came to lift, and
that's how it was in high school.
Yeah.
It's going. No one even.
Yeah, no one knows who you are.
Yeah.
And just have somebody. I don't care if he's a stranger. Like, hey man, good luck. Hey, good job out there. Hey, go get him. Man, that you have one fan out there. And if
somebody in the back room, one person.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So for me, like if it has to be me, like if I'm your fan, Jake, and you're by yourself, but guess what, man, we're in this thing together. You know what I mean? Like I may not know you from Adam, but hey, you got somebody that's gonna be out there yelling for you. I'm gonna ask how your lifts go and all that good stuff. Again, bigger than me. It's not just me. It's about the sport. It's about making sure we have something. Have a USAPL to go to next year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To have a Raw Nationals to go to next year.
Yep.
You know what I mean? To have a place to have a table of sponsorship next year, and it not just be one company. It might not just be 2 companies. You know what I mean? Because all it takes is one dude deciding, you know what, my checkbook is big enough. I want all of this.
Yep.
Thank you. What you've done. Pat on the back. But I'm gonna go ahead and take this.
Yep. See you later.
You know what I mean? Because it happens, man.
And that happens when it's not threatening enough.
Yeah.
It's like, oh shit, I don't want to fuck with those guys.
Yeah,
like,
man.
They got this.
They have some solidarity going on. They have their system. They have each other. You know what I mean? And you know what? I can be a part of that. I will. I'm more than willing to contribute to that. You know what I mean? But I can't take that.
You know what's funny? And Jake, I want you to go right after this because I want us to all go around. Is as you said that, I thought you're right 100%. That can't die. And for me, before I think I was even aware of you competing, that was Matt Gary. And that's why Matt will always be, to me, I'll always look up to Matt. Because like I used to compete myself. Mm-hmm. No one gave a shit about what I was doing. No one cared. Matt is in the back. He's there for everybody as long as he can handle it with all of his like obligations. He will be there for you too.
It's within Matt Gary's power. He's
doesn't matter if you're elite, if this is your first meet ever.
Exactly.
And Matt is a great uniter in USAPL and in powerlifting. So you're right. We need more of that camaraderie, and it's I see it. I definitely see that in you, and it's funny that you said that, because the difference is Matt is awesome at handling, and he's so knowledgeable and everything with everything. But to see an elite level powerlifter be doing it too, like I was thinking, man, how would I have felt if LS came up to me when I was lifting? I probably would have pissed my pants. Been like, oh my God, he cares about me. But yeah, I think that's huge. And man, I hope people make it this long to get to hearing that, because that's a major point, and it's a strong point to make.
I think what I was going to say, referencing to what Ryan was talking about with when he asked, what does it mean when something is
bigger than you?
Than you. I think you kind of just have to let it be bigger than you, and something that a lot of people don't want to do. I feel like people are just afraid of like losing control, and when they see something that is doing well, or they're just afraid that it's like, I can't control that, or like that's gonna, like, I don't know those people and they're gonna try to like take me over, or like I don't have enough control. And there's this Alan Watts quote. If you don't know who he is, you should check him out. Where I think he says something like, if you just relinquish control, you'll actually be a little bit more powerful. Like you can just gain power by giving up a little bit of that control. It's like, and he kind of makes this reference to like your organs. Like I don't think about like what my stomach is doing, or like, unless I'm hungry, but like I don't think about the bodily processes that, like, I don't have to commit mental power to that.
Yep.
But they're working for me all the time. Yep. Like, I don't have to control them. You don't have to control everything, and just let it be, I guess, bigger than you in that way. Like, don't try to control it. And like, if you see, I guess, somebody like in that warm-up room that's alone, don't be, I guess, afraid to encourage people to, I guess, get bigger and
get better.
And get better, because you may not, I guess, see the outcome of that, and you may not, I guess, control it, but yeah, we're all gonna grow in the long run, and if you just let go a little bit and don't fight with each other, everything's gonna get better.
It is. Well, I want to hear yours, because you asked the question, but I'll give you time, because mine's about 30 seconds, maybe a minute. For me, I think in the literal sense, bigger than you is beyond your physical, manifestation. And so when I hear that phrase, I just think legacy. I think idea. Like, what can you do that can impact others to where it is an unspoken sense of unity. And I think it's Alan Watts says it in one of his passages too, is like the sound of the rain needs no words. It's just like there's just a language of when you just see someone committed to something where it's just like, yes, that allows us to be our most pure being. Like, just go in. And I think that bigger than you exactly means that you start to, it's like the snowball effect where there's no real physical presence. Like, you can't see the one snowflake that starts that snowball effect, but you see it when it's a fucking avalanche. Yeah. And so that's my answer.
That's good.
That's that heat right there.
I think for me it's about like harnessing power in a way, you know, like think about how we've switched to technologies that have actually, like Jake said, like let go of trying to like strong arm, like burn the oil, like burn, like just like put up a few blades, like
work with it,
like work with it. Like, and I think I learned this like right before we really got picked up with the Novo when I was in Australia. And I learned how to surf. Like I took just like every day for like a week. Like I just like surf, and so like I was learning how to surf. I was learning how to surfboard every day, like Beyonce, and like the third day somebody was like, stop, like they're like, stop trying to own the wave, like you can't own the wave. They were like, the wave's gonna come, it's gonna be more powerful than you, and just, it sounds cheesy, but just ride the wave. Like, and so for me, like it's scary, and that's why I think a lot of people are afraid of flying. And I'll admit that it's scary at first, because it's a matter of trust. It's like, does this pilot know what they're doing? Because this is, flying an airplane is bigger than you. Like, bro, do you even know how lift formula works? Like, that is bigger. Like, that physics is bigger than you. It's actually better than you driving your own car, statistically. Like, they're just bigger and better than you.
I spent 2 years over the shit. I know how it works.
Exactly. Yeah. Not you direct. I'm just looking.
I was like, go ahead, pilot. Do what you do. I know you do. As long as you don't do something, I'm straight. I said it.
But I think for me, like, everything in my life, like, I've never been interested in, like, maybe it's just my personality, like, I've never been interested in, like, just me. Like, I've always put my crew on. I've always done my best to be like, I know I need to bring people with me on this. And I don't know, maybe it's because I've seen people who've tried to do it solo their whole lives, and, like, I've always had a good group of friends. Maybe, like, even one or two people. Not necessarily an organization like I do now, but I think for me, like, I've always known it was when I say bigger than me, it means that it's out of my skill set. Because like one thing I say a lot, and I got it from Tim Ferriss, is I play to my strengths. True. Like Steve Fye says that too. That's what Ben quotes for it. But dude, I'm not good at finance or accounting. And I was honest with Ben. The first thing I said was like, dude, if you want me to be a part of this, I need to bring in somebody that knows. Dude, that was the first. Like, that was like the first. I was like, I can't. Like, I will fail us on that. And I just know what I'm good at, and I know what I'm not good at. So, and I think the admitting, like, literally, like, it almost feels like prayer, like the submission to yourself. Like, I'm not good at this. He's better than me. They're better than me. But I'm gonna get really good at this other thing. I have so many other strengths. But dude, that's tough when you got an ego. It's the easier thing to do is type of passive aggressive Facebook status. And just don't like it and ignore me when you see me or something. I just don't. I don't. It's hard for me to subscribe to that just because I can't. That's just pussy, dude.
But here's why. I think you learn that. I think you learn it in sports. I think you also learn it other ways. Especially when you actually make a team in your A string. Or dude, when you get stomped. Like, when you just get stomped by somebody and it's like, well, need to reevaluate that situation.
I need to change up my game, change this technique up, or you know what? I just got bested by this dude.
And so you're going to keep getting embarrassed. And there's nothing you could do about it because you got to go out there and play still.
You know, and it's the craziest thing, man. And I'm, for real, like, you're feeding me right now. I'm glad that you said that. Because that kind of takes back to Raw Nationals when Jake's like, "Don't forget."
Yep.
The crazy thing, just when you know Jake, you know, with someone, hey, just don't forget. Thinking back on just, you know, I mean, I came from like, oh, I used to get just murdered, because I didn't. I was like usually the hammer, not the nail.
Right. Right.
But in the rare occasion that I did get sunned by somebody, that would eat me alive.
Dude,
and let me tell you,
it's
Ben,
opportunity.
let me tell you, when I got sunned by somebody, regards that if a sprinter, if I got beat by
you have to define sunning.
To be sunned by somebody, to be owned by somebody, to be beaten, just straight up
Like
beaten.
eclipsed.
They are your father.
Yeah, you pretty much like
sunned.
that. You just got sunned. So when I would get sunned by someone, be it on the field or on the track, that was the most embarrassing thing in my life, and I would never forget it. So especially in college. In college, if I got beat, in track, the first thing I would do, like, all right, you know what? I have a new meet coming up. I'm going to grind. As a matter of fact, coach, go ahead and withdraw me from this meet this next week. I want 2 weeks because I'm going to see dude again. I'm going to get him.
Yep.
Like, not joking. And I would grind, and I would grind, and I would grind. And I would always be in the back of my head. You know what I mean? Because that was the one thing I knew. I've always known that with the coach, I could be a lot better. But hey, man, I need you to give me, whatever. We can work on starts this time. I have to react a lot quicker. What can I do to make my reaction quicker? Because he only beat me by 200. Well, that's my reaction. I can get him, whatever it took. So I always keep that in the back of my head, and I would go back and I would watch the tape, and I would watch the tape, and I would watch the tape, and watch the tape. Oh man, I have so much wasted motion. I'm fighting against my body right here. Blah blah blah. We would go back, and I would maybe edge him out. No, that's not good enough because he's gonna come back and get me. So it would always bug me. Football, it was kind of the same thing, but I mean. It was even worse because I had to wait a full fucking year to see dude again.
Yeah.
When I saw him again, please believe me, I'm coming for you.
Yep.
Dude, but these are fundamentals that I think like a lot of people just don't get.
Yeah, man.
And they carry it over to their organization, and like a lot of people aren't good at losing. I've realized that. Dude, I've always had coaches or people that have made me really good. Like I remember one time when I was at practice. This was in college. We had a classic pyramid sprint workout, two 800s, three 300s, 4 200s, 5. Just a classic pyramid workout. Yeah. And so, dude, I had got done with the 800s, and I just ate this ridiculous bowl of Fruity Pebbles before practice. I had no idea why I would make that decision like that. But I don't know. I just didn't listen.
Yeah.
I was 18. I just didn't listen.
Yeah.
And so, I was like, Coach, I'm gonna throw up. He's like, no, you're not. You're gonna throw up. And then I was like, I'm gonna throw up. He's like, don't throw up today. I barfed. I didn't listen. I threw up. He was Ryan, get off the line, and he made the dudes go, and the dudes started the 300s, and he was like, "We're running with the girls today."
Say word.
Oh,
dude, he put me on the line with the girls, and I'll never forget this. And they were sprinters, so it was a bunch of black girls, and they put me on the line. And coach was like, "All right," he's like, "If anybody beats Ryan, Ryan's got to run something again," and he was like, "I know the time you can run, Ryan, dude." I ran, dude. And I could hear these girls.
You can hear them
on me, dude. They were on me.
On another level, trying to get.
Our captain was this girl from East St. Louis, Leslie. She had this gold tooth, and she was fast, but she was hood. She was like, "Nigga, what the fuck are you doing?" She was running. She was like, "Hurry up! I'm not trying to run it, dude." I was so embarrassed. God. People don't get those experiences in their childhood and early enough.
Yeah.
And so when they lose at 27. 28, and they lash out on their team.
Or they get the chances and they say every time it's everybody else's fault.
Yeah.
That's dangerous.
There's not a lot of my bads. I've noticed that a lot within the community. There's not a lot of my bads hey man, I messed up, that's on me. There's a lot of he did, they did, blah blah blah. I'm like, man, it's your fault, just take it. Again, for me, it's a lot easier just because, I'm a part of a team. So I'm like, hey, that one's on me. Or, kind of we talk about your strengths. First of all, if your strength isn't A, B, or C, then, bro, don't try A, B, or C. You stick to D. D might be, hey, man, I'm good at making ice water. I got you, son. I got you.
But you have to try them, but you have to also realize there's a point where you need to stop being delusional.
Yeah, I'll try them with guidance. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. I mean, you want to improve on A, B, and C. If you're great at D, awesome. I'm gonna stay golden at D. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna make sure that I try to get better at A, B, and C, but with guidance. You know what I mean? Like there's things that you guys do, man, and I just sit back and I'm watching how, but how? Like I don't even how did I?
I mean, I watch you bench 500 pounds and I'm like, what? I can't even say how. It's just.
I've seen your warm up for your bench and your squat look the same, and I'm just like, I
don't know. Like I don't.
There's a ping pong table here. I'm just gonna go do that.
I don't listen. The crazy thing, is at the end of it all, man. Again, I'm using a lot of your dimes that you dropped. Is you see a lot of other people in the tribe doing all these crazy things, and like, oh, that's crazy. But the cool thing, regardless if I'm benching or squatting or whatever that I'm doing, I always try to make sure, and I've noticed with anybody that's in the tribe that's in the family, that somehow, some way, we all try to bring it right back into, hey, by the way, hey, I gathered these berries, but I only want like 5 of them.
Yep.
Who else wants the berries? Let me go ahead and drop this back in the pot so that we all can eat. You know what I mean? Like, hey, I had this buffalo. Y'all know all I like is a leg anyway. So let me go ahead and give you guys the rest of this carcass. Whatever. I don't even like fish, but I'm good at it. You guys, y'all, you know what I mean? Like, everyone in the tribe has, the thing that's been the most impressive thing is everyone has managed to find somehow, some way to give it back. Bigger picture, as a community, as our small little community, I know that we're trying to give back, not just to each other, but to powerlifting. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's the one thing we have the most immediate impact on.
But I think, like you said, with our tribe, I'm talking about our group. For guys who don't know, tribe is kind of like our extension of like our brand awareness, and they kind of help us with a lot of things with the company. It's not that amazing that they do such a good job, because what we took was no different than like the old model of meet with the chief, meet with the shaman, have your interview. Like, that's we just did the old tribe way. Like, we put it on the big TV, we looked at the application, we all sat, we all looked through them, Anna sat on evaluation, and we all, and it had to be what is the word?
Unanimous?
Unanimous.
Mm-hmm.
And because we had some maybes, and there was a point where Jake was like, if it's maybe, it's no. Because do you want to be in the trench with me right now, talking about a maybe, and the bullets are flying over?
Maybe you'll hold me down. Maybe you'll cover me.
No.
Yeah.
So I mean, dude, it was. How many people went through? 12%, 10% of the actual people, I think, who applied. Like,
and there was some strong candidates.
Yep.
I saw people. I'm like, word, they make tribe? Oh my god. Yo, I'm just gonna take this toke and just shut up. I don't know what's going on. Like, I honestly, there was some people I was like, say what? And the crazy thing, looking back on it, just with the tribe, it's nuts, man. Just like reading the messages and seeing what people are bringing to the table, but at the same time, how they're more than willing just to give back, and every one of them, not just with powerlifting and with fitness, but every one of them is a compliment to each other in some form or fashion. And that's insanity to me.
Synergy.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
And the cool thing, for me personally, again, I'm gonna pull my outside looking in type thing, is I'm always looking for something symbiotic, man.
Yeah.
Like, straight up, and
but dude, like, how does one orchestrate a spring or a winter or a fall? You know what I mean? Like, there are these things that have happened on our Earth, like that have happened in the universe, that happen, and it's like our trend.
Mitochondria going into a eukaryotic cell. Endosymbiotic relationship. The reason we're sitting here, that happened.
Yeah, like
it went, dude. That's amazing.
Yeah,
and these things, and like, didn't happen one time. A lot of other things just orchestrated.
It flowed. It flowed.
It just happened, and so for me, I think, for me, the most disrespectful thing is to stop that symbiosis.
It's a natural process.
That synergy and say, I'm me. I can do it by myself.
Yeah, man. I mean, no man's an island, and I don't know. I recognize, for me, again, a lot of it's just, self-awareness and just realizing man, I can only do so much by myself, you know, and I can't keep doing this alone. This makes no sense me doing it alone. I can't get any better alone. I mean, I'm good, but I don't know how good I could be if I just tried. I mean, I know what I can get by myself. I know I can get by giving this young lady a crash course on powerlifting on the plane ride there. Okay, awesome. We did well. You did awesome.
It's our DNA. I mean, even bacteria live in cities.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You've never seen a lonely bacteria. Like,
No.
I
Stay away. The fucking flagellum out. Stiff arming.
there's no reclusive bacteria out there. Like, we are from
Not at all, yeah.
We are made to be teammates.
So, I mean, why all of a sudden just, I mean, I feel it's unnatural, you know, honestly, looking back on it all.
Depression for bacteria.
Yeah.
I don't know, Doc.
I don't know.
I'm just feeling a little blue.
He's got the penicillin in here. It's breaking down my walls. Come on, man.
Wow.
Meanwhile, Jake's like, what's going on? What happened? But
I'm not with you guys on that one.
About it? I got one friend. He's a protozoa. He likes to be alone.
But yeah, why are you not joining in on this?
I don't find it funny.
A bacteria's got a book on bacteria depression. That's hilarious to me.
Not funny.
I understand. Okay.
But yeah, but I just that was just for me. That's like the one thing with you. Either you're gonna be a part of something, you're not gonna be a part of something. And you know, to be a part of something, it just feels so much greater to be a part of something and a part of a group of people that everyone wants to get better. Everyone wants to do better. Everyone wants each other to succeed. And I mean, and we should. Dropping back and forth from Orlando, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong. I would love to take that nap. But I'm like, I know between the time I arrive and the time I leave, I'm going to learn something every single time. Every single time. So, I don't know. I mean, and, you know, as an individual, you know, you're only going to get better if you surround yourself with people that are better than you. You know, and you take advantage of them being better. It doesn't make any sense not to want to be a part of something that's bigger and better than you. It's going to help you be better if you actually, you know, use it. So with, you know, with the lifting community and with the, you know, powerlifting in general and with fitness and all that good stuff, I mean, everyone's doing pretty okay. No one's really doing great because I mean, you'll do pretty decent, and it just takes one hater like, you know what, I just don't like that. I don't like that. What reason? I don't know. Jake, you know. Jake, you did a pretty legit. He said something pretty legit in terms like sometimes people just they don't know something they don't know. They fear of the unknown drives people absolutely insane.
Yep.
And a lot of times you don't know, you don't understand. You automatically just it's negative. That's just they're doing too well. It's going too well for them. You know they're.
But it's like that innovative. Same like onion concept that we've been talking about. It's like I think people that don't like something is like, yeah, you don't understand it. Like, I think a lot of people, I don't know why, have a perception of us that like all we're doing is like sitting around like collecting money from like the things that we're selling, and then we just go lift weights, and then that's what we do.
It's like Scrooge and DuckTales, where he dives on the board into the
I would
coins.
be mad at somebody if that's what they were doing.
Sure.
But like, that if you just took a minute to like get to know us and like figure out like what we actually do on a day-to-day, like maybe you wouldn't hate it so much. Like
they swear that we're feasting, we're eating, we're not feasting.
Yeah.
I mean, and even if I saw in the mentality of just the people, and you know, I can speak directly right now for the people in this room. Just the mentality of the people in this room. No one's feasting. No one's trying to feast. Everyone's hungry. Everyone's still trying to eat. But even if you have the capability of feasting, you would still have that hunger to be better than you were the day before. And that's, some people have that and some people don't. And I mean, that part heats me. I think that heats me more than anything. Some people just don't want to be better, straight up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? True. And if you want to be better, that's fine. Bro, I can't remember a time in my life from being a baby till present day, a grown-ass man, that I ever wanted to be regular.
Yep.
Extra regular doesn't mean shit to me. extraordinary or extra regular. That's it, man.
Extra regular.
Straight up. I mean,
Can I have a large fry, extra regular?
and how ridiculous does that sound? And there's people that walk this planet on a daily basis that just want to just skate through, and then get pissed that they're skating through.
Yep.
And get mad at a dude that's eating. Like, how can I be mad at you, Jake?
The crab's trying to pull each other down out of the back into the barrel.
Yeah, like, how can I be mad at you, Jake? You know what I mean? When I know you're well educated, when I know that you bust your ass, when I know that you put countless hours into your craft, and you actually are successful with it.
But
I can't be mad at that.
personify.
Yeah,
You're a living, breathing example, though. That's the problem. Is it's not you, it's the concept of you.
Yeah, so to be a part of, iron sharpens iron for sure. I just don't understand how anybody could not want to be better.
I do. I get it. And I think I've gotten it. Well, I get it through what I've satisfied myself to get, at least. I'm not saying it's the ultimate answer. So, I only had, with all of us, we only had service companies, with selling, coaching or something. You know what I mean? Like, you only had service. And we've gotten our volume up this year with product.
Right.
And the amazing thing about product is there's this huge detachment between the consumer and the person who's selling it.
Yeah.
The way you get talked to in product is amazing. Like, the level of disrespect that some of our frustrated customers or people with shipping or stuff, like, it's not the same respect that you would just talk to a person. Like, something about a product makes people really lose their respect. And so I've seen that. I think the fundamental issue is that we live in a consumer culture. Mm-hmm. And I've said this like a million times, but like, can you blame them? Dude, think about this. You can go to high school, you can go to college for 2 years, you can literally have whatever you want. You can fly, you can eat steak, you can eat the finest of the fine, like, you can get a diamond, like, you can get and watch, anything. Dude, you can watch a game, you can watch the game, you can go to New York, you can go to like, you have the access, you live the life like a king, while 20% of India still never use a regular telephone. Yeah. Landline, you know what I'm saying? So, like, we have everything here. And so, like, can you blame them? Can you really blame someone who is in a constant culture of consuming? Give me this tastes good, give me this, I'll buy this. And if you really think about the power they have, they trade 40 hours a week, and they have the world. You really do have the world. Like,
but you don't have freedom.
Exactly. Well, you don't even know that there's such thing as freedom. That's the thing, right?
Yeah.
So, like,
you don't know.
If all you know is that there's this hole in, it's allegory of the cave, right? So all you know is, like, I'm sitting in this room, and there's a hand that's like, donut, house, and it's just something giving you shit. Yeah. How would you ever know how it's even created? Like, how would you, if you've never created yourself? And we have a huge disconnect in, I sound like Kanye West. We have a huge disconnect in culture between creatives and non-creatives. Yeah. And, like, people who are creating are like, dude, we're killing ourselves. Like, we're stressed out. Like, we're looking at, dude, we scrap 93% of our ideas. Like, that's what creatives do. You just scrap most of your ideas. All for someone to say, what's the price? 32. How much is ship? Fuck you. Fuck you, pal. Like, dude, that's what we do, and that's what you do it for. Yeah. Dude, like, you bust your ass. You meet with your manufacturer for someone to say, yeah, I don't like artificial sweetener. I don't like it. I want my money. Like, it's like,
that's like making a painting, and then, like, someone comes up and, like, you hang it up, somebody stands next to you. That's terrible. No, you should burn it. Like,
and it's a shame because, like,
hold on, I'll burn it for you. I got some gasoline with me.
The creatives in society, and hopefully in your team you have creatives. The creatives in society have traded their. This is not me, actually. This is Karl Marx. They've traded their creating for money. Like, we don't create for beauty or art anymore. Like, we create for like, we're lost in the system of money too now. So, like, can you blame a motherfucker who gets dude, I would love to go to a fucking New York Yankees.
I say this all the time.
And just fucking, I would love that.
I don't.
If you people will always, or a lot of them are willing to trade a certain degree of comfort for basically the freedom to create or just freedom in general. So it's like Ryan said, can you blame them? They took that exchange. Like,
Yep.
some
people take the full exchange.
Yeah, and it's like, well, it's basically the people who run the country saying, we'll give you a house, we'll give you a nice car that you can lease, and the house you can mortgage. You don't own the land, you don't own the car. We'll give you a weekend and you can watch the sports.
Then after 6 years, we'll give you a fucking watching a steak.
After the weekend's over, you got to come back again. Like, that's what we'll give you, and that's it. Like,
and I can fire you if I don't like.
And if I don't like you after,
you're at will hire. By the way,
we can kick you out whenever we want to, and we don't really have to have a reason. Like,
but the illusion of that, I think, sounds more appealing. Like, to me, what sounds crazy is what Jake just said. Like, people are like, "Oh, you're not entrepreneurship. What if you go out of business?" Well, whoever you work for is an entrepreneur. Yeah. They started a business. Like, everyone, like, there's
not a business out there.
America is an entrepreneur country. Some dudes were like, "Well, fuck this place. Let me just fucking start some shit." And they started.
That's how progress happens.
Yeah, dude. And I think we've just gotten to a point, and like I said, you don't get it because you're one of the creators. You see some dope shit, you're like, "Oh, I want to create this," or you just made up the Blame Ben hashtag, or you just made up, "Oh, this logo, this is my people," and it's just like, you come up with shit, and here's the fucked up part. Guess who owns White Cake? The Novo Nutrition doesn't any fucking more, because, dude, it was once a thing of us. Now the world is, not the world, but everyone's like, White Cake. Dude, they don't even know who made it. They don't even know this. Dude, like, I remember one time I picked up the phone, the customer service, when we used to have a hotline bling, we were a little smaller. And I was like, I talked to this lady, I was like, "Do you know who I am?" She's like, "No. Have a good day." I was like, "Wow, that's fucking amazing." Like, wow. I do everything and you don't even know us. Like,
yeah.
Dude, it's amazing. And I think, like, that's the thing about creating is, like, once you do it good enough, like, dude, I don't know who created the microphone. It's mine.
Yeah.
I bought it for $60 each. Amazon Prime. I don't even know. Dude, what's his name? Jeff Bezos?
Which person is this?
Jeff Bezos?
What?
CEO of Amazon?
Oh, I don't know.
Dude, you guys like Amazon? Jeff went, he got his investor money. Jeff went 10 years. He said, "I'm going to break even year 10, first quarter. Watch." Dude, and he did it. 10 years to get, 10 years Jeff even. Did. Dude, like, who the fuck does that? Dude, like, don't get me wrong. Like, okay, like, we've broken even. And, like, it's not been 10 years.
Yep.
Like, god damn, dude. Like, that's to me, that's amazing. But the consumer doesn't have patience. Like, somebody commented on my photo today. They said, "Why is Utopian sell out so fast and always out of stock?" Like, my initial gut answer was like, "Because it's fucking good." That's why.
Yeah.
But I was like, this manufacturing, bro. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
But that's the consumer. They can ask what they want, do what they want. Now we're talking about consumers and not even talking about fucking.
But I mean, I don't know. It's just, I can definitely say that's part of me that I know my strengths and weaknesses. That's a huge weakness of mine, trying to understand the psyche of an extra regular person. Because how can you not want to be greater? You know what I mean? And, and you've answered it, and I still am like, but no, like, why?
But here's the thing, and this would be, I guess, my perspective on it is, I understand that frustration, but you're doing, in my opinion, the best actual activity towards it. Is you're still representing,
yeah, man,
working towards it. You're not just jumping in because that's what the norm activity is to do.
I do feel this, and again, a lot of it is just, I mean, it's being a preacher's kid, and it's seen a lot of this stuff firsthand, and working with a lot of just at-risk youth, and
yep.
Prison ministry, and Spanish ministry, and everything else, and trying to teach yourself a different language so that you could preach the word to someone. A lot of it is, you may never know. This way you live your life, the thing that I might say, the thing that I might do, might actually impact one person in some
yep.
form or fashion. Like, you know what, man, I don't want to be regular. because that dude's not regular.
It's worth the chance. Yep.
You know what I mean? It's just worth a shot. It's worth a try. You know, like I gave up a long time ago thinking that I was anywhere close to being an artist. You know what I mean? Again, an angel out of the sky. And out of nowhere, I'm like, hey, can you make this look like something? Or, I need your help with this. I need your help with this. I need your help with this. Like, I know that I know that I don't have that. I know that there's things that I want to do. There's people that I want to impact. There's a message that I would like to get across to a lot of people. But in order for me to do that, sometimes people need to be visually stimulated for that to happen.
Sure.
I know that I can only see so far.
Yep.
Unless someone has a bigger vision than I do, and again, I can use Anna as a prime example. Dude, her vision is so far beyond, what I would ever be able to see. So, like, I need you to take this 2-dimensional thing, and I need you to make it otherworldly. I need it to be on a cloud 1000 once you're done with it. Okay, betch, I got you. I haven't done it in a minute, but let me see what I can do. And come back with something that's so ridiculous. I'm crying at a 2 Chainz concert. Like, and that's God's honest truth, man. Like, again, by the way that I live my life, by the way that I relate to other people, I hope that maybe one day that the dude that's extra regular will want to maybe let me try to be better than this. You know what I mean? Like, I rock this shirt, or I take these Novo products. These dudes are not regular people. And I've met this guy, and I've seen this guy. I've listened to the podcast. I've been on the YouTube. I've done all that, all the stuff that a normal consumer would do. And I've noticed that these guys, they all try to be better. They all try to do better. I'm rocking this shirt. Maybe I want to be a little bit better than I've been. Maybe it starts off with me, losing a little weight, or me pumping some iron here and there, and then maybe it turns out, hey, you know what? Maybe I should go back to school, or maybe I should do this, or maybe you just never know.
You know what though, dude? Like, I agree and I disagree, and I think there should be rules. Like, I think you should, like, maybe like every year you get to sign up, like, and you're like, all right, what do you want to be this year? You want to be regular, or do you want to be like great? And I think we should like fill out a form on your taxes or some shit like that. And if you're regular, and if you're regular, if you say I want to be regular, then they're like, okay, then shut the fuck up. You don't get to vote. You don't get to comment on YouTube. You don't get no comments. Like, your opinion. Shut the fuck up. Like, let the
that's how it gets stamped.
Like, because, dude, like, if you want to just enjoy the work of people, then shut the fuck up. Yeah. Like, just shut up. Yeah. Like, shut up. Like, don't talk. Like, don't ever talk. Where's the kind of
obviously you're contributing absolutely nothing.
You don't know the answer.
You're breathing the air of someone.
So dude, one of my favorite lines from Rick Ross, he says, "People ain't getting money, but they got an opinion." And it's like my favorite line. Yeah. It's like my favorite line. It's like, dude, we have just too many opinions, and like it's like, isn't the worst thing is like when you're working on something with somebody, then an outsider comes in, and they're like, blah, 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 and you're like,
oh yeah,
shut up, like shut up.
Yeah,
like,
here lately a lot.
I'm sorry. So if somebody wants to be regular, is there any real harm in that? But if you're regular,
yeah, you're getting in the way. You're my speed bump. You're in my way. You're in the way of somebody that wants. I mean, because
put that in the contract.
There's some people. There are people out there, and you see it daily. There are people out there that want to do good things. They want to do great things. But a lot of times, this ex-regular nigga's in the way. Yeah.
But
he's in the way.
But
follow the rules.
And, wait, hold.
They're only in the way if you see them.
Huh? What?
They're only in the way if you see them.
Because it's herds of them, dude. There's herds of just super duper extra regular people that just want to skate by, man. And there's a few people out there that want to do great things, and I'm being honest. There's very few people out there that really want to do something great, because most of the time, if you really want to do something great, you're not talking about that shit. You're not trying to make those moves anyway. But those extra regular niggas in the way.
So, I have two things to say. One of them is, I think I've existed for 30 years and I've come to this conclusion. I think hate is a matter of convenience. I think it ends. I think that's it. Number two is, directly in response to that, I think that a lot of things we do out of emotional convenience because it's like the Band-Aid to our open wound. Mm-hmm. And I think some people treat their open wound a little more emergency like they panic. And so the best I can do is try to take that perspective, and that perspective is, let's just take the YouTube thing for example. I see this person on YouTube who's killing it. Like, their stuff it's done well every time. They're super talented. They have a huge following. What's the one thing I can do, because I'm hurting so much, to try to bring them down a notch? I can attack them personally, and if they see that comment and they respond back, I know I got in.
Yeah.
I know I got in. Yeah. I know I got in, and I put a little bump.
Yo, there was this comment on YouTube on my, somebody recorded, I forgot who it was, and they recorded the meet in the Raw Nationals. And I went 9 for 9. It was a great meet. Like, I placed well and everything. And some dude just couldn't find anything wrong. Like, the lifts were good, like everything was good. The coaches and the dude's like, yeah, I hate those cargo shorts Ben's wearing. Like, I was like, what? That's all you got. If my coach wore, and then like people were like, dude, what the fuck? He's like, I'm sure Ryan doesn't give a shit what his coach wears. They're like, yeah, but if my coach wore those, hell, well, I hate cargo shorts. That's how I imagine how he sounds.
That's the sound of the hater, man.
Oh hell,
Hey.
And then some dude's like, what the fuck do you want to wear, a tuxedo? Like,
yeah,
cargo shorts.
that's just, I mean, people, they find a reason, and honestly, that's a weakness of mine that I don't know that I'll ever be able to add strength to, is understanding the mind of a lesser person. God, that sounds horrible. A lesser person.
Well,
I mean, I don't think they're lesser people, but
no. I
thinking
think what you're saying is, I think, and there's no other way to not make it sound somewhat condescending. It's not intended to, but the reality is, like, small people worry about small measures. So it's kind of a small thing. And if you see something that is perceivably bigger, it's just like if I walked outside and I saw a skyscraper, I'd say, man, that skyscraper's huge. Because relative, that skyscraper is huge to me. Or if, like, we were walking with T-Rexes, man, that T-Rex is fucking huge. Yeah. It's huge compared to me. So the difference, though, is we're all around roughly 5 to 6 feet tall. But what do we view everybody as? The psychological being. And if you see someone who's larger than life psychologically, and you see it, and then it hits you, and you're like, oh, I don't look at myself like that in the mirror, but I'm seeing that, and it's like, I need to attack.
Yeah, true.
So it's like constantly on the attack, and I think the problem is, like, dude, and they say it all the time. I'm from, obviously, Pennsylvania, so about Penn State, if you're looking for a party at Penn State, you can find one at any time of the day. Yeah. If you're looking for a fight, you can find a fight at any time of the day, anywhere, if you're constantly looking.
Oh yeah, for
sure. Like, there's enough people in the world and enough things that happen in a day to find a fight at any opportunity. So the difference, I think, is just, and I'm not saying everybody needs to adopt this thing, but I'm just answering you. My personal way of dealing with it is, like, I just fight myself. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is, like, I'm never really going to win. I know that. But at the same time, I can go way further than if I just try to fight everybody else.
Very true. I completely agree. I just said, Kenny, it's like, I mean, I think about the old Lil Wayne, The Small Things to a Giant. I play that song a lot. In a lot of times in the past, I used to just kind of, man, small things to a giant, man. I'm not why I'm worried about this dude or why I'm worried about this person. But, you know, again, I think part of it's just, you know, I think just kind of how I am, how I was raised, and just kind of how I'm built. You know, you can't help but worry about the person. Like, man, if you just chose to do something just a little bit more.
Yep.
But then you can't.
It's out of hope.
Yeah. You want everybody to succeed. You want everybody to eat and everyone to do well.
Because you got love.
Yeah, you know, but, you know, I mean, 9 times out of 10, that's not necessarily going to happen. So then when you are a part of a group of people, kind of bringing it back to the community thing, when you are a part of a group of people that, you know, pretty much, I feel like we're just saturated in want, need, and desire to be better on any and every level possible. That's crazy, you know, and I almost feel like sometimes I just don't even want to speak. Sometimes I don't even want to contribute because, like, you know what, I don't know that I'm going to be able to bring enough to the table as, you know, person X, Y, and Z are bringing. But you know what? I know I'm funny. I had a smile here and there, or, you know, I mean, again, I know my strengths and, you know, I know my weaknesses, you know, and being around, you know, especially being around you guys, you start realizing, damn, I have way more weaknesses than I thought, which is amazing because it's like it holds a mirror up to your face.
Dude,
like
we all do that.
Yeah,
Yep.
but it makes you want to get better.
Before you got here, dude, I was almost a dead person. Psychologically, I was almost a dead person today. I literally getting my haircut brought me back to life because it was totally like couldn't think about the shit.
Fucking haircut.
Yeah, so we're there with you.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's awesome to see. I think, you know, and for anybody that's not a part of something, now, like, this is bigger than me. Like, if anybody that's not a part of something that's bigger than them, they're missing the boat so heavily. They're missing out on something great.
I think what they're missing out, they're not necessarily missing out on what they want to do, but I think they're missing out on what I feel is the most rewarding thing in human culture.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, I remember when I was in Rome, like, when I was in, like, Florence, like, I spent time there, and, like, I saw, like, all the old religions they had, all the pagan religions they had there, and I was thinking, like, man, there's been so many, like, world religions, but no matter what, the ones that have been, I guess, appreciated the most are the ones that are basically based off some type of creation, something. So it's like, for me, it's like, if the thing we admire most is the something of that to create, and it's like, why wouldn't we ourselves be creator juniors? You know what I mean? Like, why wouldn't we create something for man too? For like this, like, dude, okay, I can't create a fucking sun, I can't do that, but I can create a fucking utopian for a great price of $32.40. Going to www.novonutrition.com and buy it. Like, like I can create, like, we can create something like that, and it's like, if we can all create something small in our lifetime, something bigger than us
that can contribute. That's how you
get a interstate system. That's how you get BMWs.
Yeah.
That's how you get Alico equipment. Like, it's because someone started with I say to Jake all the time, you gotta create volumes. Someone started with volume 1. I'm sure the first version of the microphone, like, I'm just looking at a microphone. Oh my goodness! I'm sure it sounded like
dude.
It was
I like how the
room.
microphone was still fine, but you just had an old timey voice.
Dude, it was an old timer on the microphone. I'm positive. I'm sure it wasn't a freestyle rap battle on the first microphone.
That would be amazing. That would be amazing.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. I feel like that's just probably the coolest thing. Is like, I mean, one, you get to see, you know, each and every person's, you know, in some form or fashion their creative process, and then of course you can see how, you know, people contribute to it, and then you get to learn about people and the whole human experience. I mean, there's honestly nothing more precious, I feel, than the human experience. There's absolutely nothing more precious. Some people choose to stay away from it. Some people choose to embrace it a little bit more. But just the human element, the human experience is absolutely, I feel it's needed. It's necessary. And when you remove yourself from it, or rather,
Feline experience.
don't allow, I guess, more human experience to enrich your life, man, you're doing yourself a disservice.
That's like there's this thing called, this guy Gestalt, and he has something called Gestalt theory, which I'm sure you've all heard about. He says the sum is greater than the whole is greater than the sum of its parts, and it's like, if you get lost too much, and we talk about this especially with coaching and science, like, in one thing you've lost the application to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So like, that's why I love the bigger picture human condition, because it's like, no matter what I'm into, I don't care, dude. It doesn't matter if, dude, like, no matter what I get into, like, the only thing that I will ever be interested in is that something that benefits a human.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing I will ever be interested in that won't benefit me. Like, I can get into stuff and it's like, oh, that's how I work. It has now benefited me to know how I work. Like, but like, there's never been, I don't even think it was possible for us to even have the patience to learn something that doesn't benefit the human race.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Maybe that sounds
It's hard to be selfish.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, because even down to, I mean, we can make it, you know, prominently, you know, take it back to sports like we talked about before. Because even when you're, you know, trying to get better, you're trying to get better for your team.
Right.
You know what I mean? And even, you know, even in your individual sports, say your track and field, and, you know, your tennis or your golf, you're doing your individual event, but those points
Team
go
points.
back to the
Yep.
team. You know, I mean, and it's not honestly until you become like, you know, I mean, on the level of, you know, Venus and or Serena or, you know, or Tiger Woods or whatever, that, you know, that you're making, you know, these amazing moves and these, you know, this amazing money and all these endorsements and everything, but you still have a huge team behind you.
Major.
You have a major team
Yep.
behind you, probably bigger so than the one you had when you were coming up. You know, I mean, so you're still, even in the most individualized things, you're still doing it for a team. You're still doing it for people. And again, when this Raw Nationals that I had this year felt completely different from all the other Raw Nationals that I had done before, even the one that I had won, it felt completely different. I mean, and I kept saying to Ryan over and over, man, I feel so squatted up right now. I don't even know. I didn't know what to
And
do.
all I
with
can
my-
say was, yeah, a lot of people here.
you know, I mean, and for somebody that's been, you know, pretty much a solo dolo type individual, my whole lifting career, I was just like, man, this is crazy. This is insanity. You know, I mean, I no joke, I know that I was getting babysat. I know that I was. I'm walking, hey, you doing good, blah, blah, blah. Well, I gotta go. Hey, man, you need to come warm up. Okay, hey, well, I gotta go. I'll see you in a minute. Go back and then I would take off again and go, you know what I mean? That'll never happen again.
Yep.
But, you know, it was just cool having the experience of being a part of something that was so just...
You know what I think I enjoy about you the most in this organization is that, like, you enjoy things as they're happening. Like, I'll enjoy something, like, Ben will tell me something or Jake will tell me something, and I'll, at that moment, I'll be like, this is it. It's gonna happen. And like I'll have like 5 minutes of like this emotional fuck.
Yeah.
Then it'll happen in like 9 months. And I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, I fucking knew. Like 9
Yeah.
months ago. Like, but when something's happening, like I remember Raw Nationals, the first thing I did, I called Anna. And I was like talking to Jake. I was like, we pulled this shit off. I was like, unload the tribe shit. Like it was like we just had it so well, dude. It was so well done. We're like, if we win, we'll pull this off, dude. And then we won. I was like, Anna, get the post ready. Get the post. Like, dude, it was phenomenal. Like the team. I didn't even think about my placing that much, dude. I was upstairs, drug testing. You were there. Jesse was up there talking. Everyone was listening to Jesse, and I was just like looking like, man.
But to do this and this is gonna happen.
Dude, I was just thinking about the team, and I was like, I wasn't worried about this dude I competed with.
Yeah.
Like nothing against Jesse, but like, man, like we had just pulled off from like
nothing. Like,
dude, nobody.
nowhere.
We were nobody.
Yeah.
Like, and we pulled it off, and to me, it was just like, I was so excited about the team, and so to see you enjoy it, and to see like Katie, and to see everybody, and like to see Taylor, and to see everyone like be ecstatic in a moment, because like I have to be a general during.
Oh
shit.
yeah.
So it's like I have to just literally just like stand there like, yeah, we got like.
Yeah.
But like, man, it makes me feel good to see something going to plan and the team members themselves. Because Ben and I are just like, I'm fucking, we got 2 more days. Let's get through it. And then Jake's like,
Yeah, just there. Yeah.
like we see shit through. Like we have to see it through. Like, because if you celebrate early,
Yeah.
man, nothing is worse.
It's hard to execute. It's hard to execute. You can't execute. You can't direct and execute. I mean, it's one or the other. You know what I mean? And so again, I tell Ben a lot. I'm like, dude, I'm great at being a foot soldier. Like, you can tell me what to do, I'll do it. I want to ask a question. Let's just get it done. You know, and I just feel like, I mean, again, being a part of a community, being a part of a tribe, being a part of a unit. You know, sometimes you don't necessarily have to be the leader. I mean, in all my career, I've always
Dude,
been
nobody wants to accept that though.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, straight up. Like and that's, don't get me wrong. All my career, I mean, you know how it is with sports. You're the top dog. You're almost made the alpha, regardless if you want it or not. You know what I mean? So, like, hey, you got the fastest time? I guess you're the captain.
Yep.
Hey, you make the most yards? Hey, I guess you're the captain. Hey, the guys like you the most? Hey, you're the captain. Hey, you're blah blah blah. You're gonna be the guy.
Dude, but with great people, like I'm not like a leader. I just manage. Like I can't stress that enough. Like,
Oh, word, yeah.
I don't like come up like boys come down. I got some shit to say. Like I don't like I don't have any like fucking like speeches or anything. Like it's just like are we good on task? Like
Yeah.
dude. Like with really great people, and this is not even me. This is corporate management I learned from school. Like the great people don't need to be managed at all.
Yeah.
Like Jim Collins said that. Like just great. Like I'm sorry, don't need to be motivated or led really at all. Like they just need to be kind of like move their shoulders a little bit. Like you go here.
Yeah.
And that's really it. Like honestly think leadership is for weak people.
Yeah.
Like, do I need to persuade you every fucking day?
Yeah, if you need
Like,
external motivation, if you need
Yeah,
external
like,
motivation
God,
every single time,
dude.
like, bro, you're not gonna make it. And honestly, I don't know that I have enough speeches in my back pocket. You know, I don't have 365 every day for like, guys, it comes down to this. Like,
Yeah.
it makes no sense.
life is a game of inches.
Like, it makes no sense. Like, have to motivate somebody every single time. You know, but
You're lying to yourself.
Every time I hear that, it's just like, yo, shut up. Just let me go back to work.
yeah, you know, I mean, and there's people out there that feel that they have to motivate other people, and that's awesome if that's how you feel. That's what you do. But I mean, then there's those people that are great orchestrators. You know what I mean? And you have those people that are, you know, that are good at seeing people's strengths and pointing them in the right direction. And I can orchestrate. I can facilitate. You know, one of the greatest comebacks in history. I can facilitate. You know, one of the greatest whatever, you know, production of this, that, or the other, and come out on top every single time because I'm great at orchestrating. And then you have those people like myself, like, dude, I'll sell water to a whale, man. Like, it is what it is. You know what I mean? And I'll tell you the sky's blue, and I make you believe that the sky is blue. It is what it is. I'll tell you the sky's green. Guess what? It's going to turn green. I bet you I can make it turn red. And you're going to believe that it's red because I believe it. You know what I mean? And I'm great at that part. The orchestrating part, like, hey, listen, you probably want to go to Ryan for that. Because there's these things I know that I'm great at, and there's things that I know that I'm absolutely horrible at. You know? Like, I'm great at, believe it or not, do I love buying shoes? I'm great at finances. Hell, that's why I have so many shoes. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's things that you know that you have your strengths, and there's things that you know have your weaknesses. And, you know, until you're around somebody that you know, like, I know for a fact, I think big picture until I'm next to Ryan. And you're like, let me take that big picture. Let me take it to another level. Like, oh, word, I didn't even think about that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And again, I've always thought that I was a bigger picture thinker until I met an even bigger picture thing. I'm like, I'm good with, you know, I'm good at 3D, but I didn't know that you can go IMAX.
Yeah.
He just took this idea and went IMAX. Oh, and you do IMAX 3D on it? I didn't even know you could do that. Oh, you put 5.1 next to it too? Like, I didn't know that honestly, I was under the impression, like, you know what, my level of thinking is as high as you can get in terms of just being creative with a lot of things. Because it was just being by myself. I didn't know that I didn't know until I realized I didn't know. And I mean, and as a result, like, collabing and all that stuff, like, it's giving me ideas, like, for my own stuff. I'm like, what? You can do that?
You can collab.
Yeah. I can collab with somebody?
Yep.
Oh, word?
Yep.
It's not just me by myself. I'm not in the dungeon by myself.
You know how the collab shit started for us? The collab shit started is because I'm like, one of my favorite books is Art of War by Sun Tzu, and like the fucking first quarter of the book is basically the art of war is to not fight, period. Like,
Yeah.
that's the best, that's the strongest thing you can do. We just had so many beefs last year that I was like, okay, if we do some collab shit, not only is it win-win on a branding and marketing standpoint, but if we show the world we're collabing, it's like, look, we're not as isolated anymore. You don't have to hate no more. Like, we're out, like, business is out there. So, you know, so it's like a bigger thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So bigger than me, ironic, right? So I don't know. I just feel like, for me, and Anna hates this, like, dude, I am every single fucking, like, everything I do is strategic. Like, there is nothing I do that's not strategic. Like, every single, dude, like, my own mom, I'm strategic. Like, I just feel like it's such a waste of time doing shit. Like, blah, blah, blah. Like,
Yeah.
Like, dude, like, Jake's had my car for, like, forever. Dude, all I have to do is go to the gym, go to the store, and work. Like, if that means that I can keep him happy, so, like, I don't fucking care about the car. Like, I don't fucking need it. Like, what am I, like, what's he gonna sit there while he's unhappy? Like, that's strategy.
I got a bike.
Thank you. Like, everything I do is strategy. It's all strategy. And I think people, like, want to live life more than they want to strategize. And I gotta be honest, like, I could care less about living. I just want to strategize. Like, I want this thing to be as good as possible. So that's my, I guess, non-leadership leadership style. Man, this thing's long.
Word, yeah.
Let's close it up.
All right.
That's it.
Say thank you for coming.
Thanks, everyone. We're done now.
Hopefully you had some insightful takeaways. We talked about us a lot. Thank you, LS,
Hey.
for making way. You still got your Instagram notifications on?
Yeah, man.
Damn.
I want to know who's
He
doing
is
what.
so opposed to Instagram notifications. Like, we're peons because we have Instagram notifications. Like,
Again,
he
I
just
want
sends
to
it to the
know
world and closes his phone. Like, forget it.
to all of those in the tribe that are listening. I want to know when you're doing something. So I like to know when when people are hitting
You
the
show
PR.
love, right?
Yeah, they show me love. Why cannot show love back? I surely have my
Don't
Natty Pro Instagram notification that pops off, and I'm like, oh,
Okay.
A Natty Pro like is very rare.
Yeah.
It's very rare. It's output only. Like, it's like, okay, I'm
Yeah.
serious.
Sometimes I'll do stuff and I'll be like, I'll see if I can get Ryan with this one.
And then I'll come and like something from 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I missed that. Look at
Yeah.
that. And I'll jump back out.
The,
Like,
cha-
I'll look at
the
it.
challenge that one has is, if I post this, will Ryan even care? Will he even care?
Look at it.
Will he even look at
Scroll
it?
to it. Will he get to it?
He won't even.
4 weeks later, he got to it. He did.
If I tag him in it, or if he's in it, I've got to love that way.
You have to actually
Hey.
tag.
Yeah, you have to.
But if
No, he
you
has
if
to
you
be.
tag me in something and it's not funny, full ignore. Like, shit wasn't funny. Like, I'm sorry.
You get one try.
And this is God's honest truth. Jake will put something up. I don't even care what it is. It's automatically like before I even see it. Like, oh, word. Like, no joke. Like where I live,
Don't do that for Jake, because I know he puts a bullshit post sometimes. He's like, oh yeah, it's about to be bored. Have a good night. Like,
yeah.
it's like, I gotta post something because I need to know that.
No, Jake will post it.
Don't give him positive reinforcement.
Jake will post it. I'll like it before it fully loads. And I'm like, oh, that's what's up.
Oh shit.
You know what I mean? If I really like it, I'll comment. But if you automatically get love, man.
You're just gonna encourage me to get weirder.
No, like I give real positive reinforcement on Instagram. Like I'll be, that is okay. Okay, he's on the street and it's night. I like that. The fuck? Seen this out there now. All right, I'm out here. Like,
Listen,
then I leave.
I just had to evolve because all I was
that
doing.
video with the belt.
Oh my god, that was amazing.
Dude,
Okay.
and they had that's when Goldberg was on the street.
Goldberg. Yes.
That was so good.
Dude, I was.
That had me so weak when you got on the damn stairs. Oh my
Yep.
god, that's the part that kills me.
The part.
like Stone Cold. Like,
The
that's
part,
it.
the part that cracked me, I was like, "Hey, man, this is." I was like, "This is guys." I feel so bad. Like I'm just giving all the little secrets, but I tell the guys like, "Guys, this has to be one take Drake. This has to be one take Drake. I'm not gonna pull this again." There's
Second time the emotion.
Yeah.
came up, right.
like,
One with Jorge was this long.
yeah.
You can probably split this.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Yeah, like-
Maybe. Yeah.
No, they get
Part
it
one,
all.
part two?
They get it
No.
all.
You get it all.
Maybe we do. It's still recording. Who knows? Well, you'll know. Shit. So.
Yeah, like, but yeah, we but that one like I had to like it was. First of all, like I was just YouTubing in between sets, and I was like, "Oh shit, it's Goldberg, dude, y'all want to do something?" But it's got to be one take Drake, dude, because I can only do this one time. And like, give the guy directions. He came in, bam, 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 stood up. I don't know. I mean, I
Fucking nailed it.
Oh wow,
I
this is
did-
2 hours.
huh?
This is 2 hours.
It wasn't mine.
All right, we gotta go. We don't have
Oh,
the
damn.
podcast space on the back end.
All right.
All right, thank you guys as always. Thank you for the energy,
Yeah,
LS.
much love, man.
We're probably gonna keep talking for 3 more hours off the mic, but we're just gonna turn the microphones off. So
I don't even
All right.
feel like training, dude.
yeah. All right.